So the Hawks are now on a 7-game win streak as of today, January 30th.
30th.
They just beat the Lakers this morning, and I was able to catch that game. And yeah, just summary of it. Trae Young's a fucking monster.
Of course.
The Hawks actually they learned how to play defense again. I think the Hawks just like waiting till like sort of mid-season to turn it up, because that's basically what it feels like happened. I mean, that's what happened last season. Granted, there was a whole coaching change or hire, so that like made more sense, I guess. But the context behind this is just they finally decided to play defense, I guess. And also they've been suffering from a lot of injuries. They haven't been able to get a fully healthy roster until now. DeAndre Hunter's back, Okongwu's back, Capella, he's been kind of sporadic, but I think that he's back too. What happened?
The Niners shit the bucket, bro.
The Niners? No way. That is all that matters.
Continue. Hawks been dominating.
Sure. So Hawks are dominating, 7-game win streak. Yeah. They've gotten a lot of people that were on their injury list for a lot of the season back. Let's just talk about Trae Young specifically. So Trae Young, over his last 6 games, is averaging 27.2 points per game, 8.7 assists per game on 61.2% true shooting. And the Hawks are, they were 6-0 during that stretch. This is not including the game today, but now this officially makes them 7-0. And I mean, it's insane. Like
you think they're gonna go on the longer run, or I mean, what's their schedule looking like?
I mean, I don't see why they'd stop. I mean, obviously they can't keep the streak forever. I mean, they might drop the streak, but I mean, also today he logged 36 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, shooting 12 for 22.
Damn,
54% from the field, 40% from the 3. Yeah, he was going nuts.
He's in his bag.
And he had this dagger 3 on Westbrook towards the end to put the lead too far away. And bro, he hit him with the ice cold Trae. That shit was so nice. Ice Trae. No, yeah, Trae Young's been dominating, absolutely dominating. And the cool thing about this streak, because I kind of, I don't know, when I see streaks, I'm like, okay, every team goes on streaks, so I like to like delve into it a little bit more, into like the team's success.
But I mean, it's like a team as battered as the Hawks were. It's kind of nice seeing them go on the streak.
For sure. And the really good thing about this streak is that it's not like some BS streak. Like on the last episode, I got on Joel Embiid a little bit because I was like, he's kind of going on this run when their schedule's been kind of light. But for the Hawks in this
hater, nigga.
I'm not,
continue.
I'm not a hater. We'll get to Joel Embiid. He had a really good performance against the Kings. So yeah, during this stretch, they've played against multiple teams, multiple 500 teams, 500 or better teams. They played against Milwaukee, they beat Minnesota, they beat Miami, they beat Charlotte. So and now they've beat the Lakers, who, I mean, granted, are definitely not a 500. They're not a 500 team, I believe. Yeah, they're below 500. They're 3 games below 500 right now after losing to them. But I mean, they had AD back. You can't. I mean, Westbrook's actually been
they're pretty decent in the group of things eventually, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I think so credit them with some very solid wins during this streak. And I don't think there's any reason for it to stop. I mean, they might, even if they lose the streak, I think this is good. And we saw it last season where they went on they had Nate McMillan as their coach, and they once they picked up their season from there, they pretty much went on. I don't remember what their record was once Nate McMillan took over as coaching, but
I'm not sure.
They were on track to be like damn near top like 1 seed in the East when he took over as coaching. So yeah, good job to the Hawks. And
bravo.
Yeah, and the biggest thing with this streak is that their defense has been amazing, and a lot of that, this man Okongwu is so goated. Like just like in terms of just underrated player, like Okongwu is definitely like
I'm pretty sure he's everything what scouts projected him to be.
Yeah, on the defensive end, he's been everything the scouts needed him to be. And I mean, his offense is actually pretty amazing too. I mean, it's nothing like eye popping, but
it's solid enough.
He has the highest true shooting percentage in the entire league. So yeah,
really,
do with that what you will. And I mean, and it's not like he's like he gets like no minutes or whatever. He does get pretty low minutes, but he does take shots, and he still has. So it's not like he has no volume to his scoring. He actually takes a lot of shots. He's just extremely efficient what he does. And you like to see that. I mean, I think especially out of your role players or like people you like stream for a few minutes, you don't want them to be doing anything outside of their game. If you do exactly what you're supposed to do very efficiently, then you're good. And he does that. He does that very well. And the main thing with the Hawks was that they played absolutely no defense in the beginning of the season. But they've had the best offense in the entire league. Trae Young is number one. He's the league's point leader right now. He has more points than literally everybody. I think the next person up, oddly enough, is Jason Tatum. But yeah. So hey, I'm sorry, I had to throw it in.
Okay.
So yeah. So
have you also heard like they're trying to, I guess, shop John Collins?
Yeah. So So rumors were circulating that they were trying to shop John Collins, which I think would be a mistake because I don't think the way John Collins has been playing for the Hawks this season is like and especially, I mean, it was pretty obvious during the Lakers game. John Collins is one of those players where like you'll watch the entire game and then you'll be like, and you won't even like notice he existed, or you'll notice he existed, but like it's not like you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game.
You'll end up scoring more than what you.
You'll be like, wait, John Collins scored 20, 26, and 10. Like, how did that freaking happen, right? And I literally got that. I got that in today's game. I was like, I was watching, and then apparently John Collins had like 20 points or something at like halftime or something like that. And I was like, I swear I've only seen Trae Young scoring. Like I did not see. And Trae Young did horrible in the first half. He was like 1 for 7 and then he turned it up. But yeah, John Collins has that like weird effect about him. Tatum low-key has that
John
too,
Collins had 20, 11, and 2 with 3 steals today.
In that game?
Oh yeah, in that game, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm probably off a little bit in terms of how much he scored in the first half, but and the crazy thing is he didn't even play that many minutes that game. I think he only played 25 minutes.
Yeah, he only played 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like they didn't keep him in the game that long, and honestly, the versatility that Atlanta even has to be able to put a starter like John Collins, right, who's been doing really great in this stretch, to just like be able to only have to play him 25 minutes and then being able to put in a Kongwu, right, and like throw Kongwu against AD, like they were doing that for a few possessions, right, and then throw Capella against AD, like they were able to mix it up a lot. And with a Kongwu, because he's much more mobile than Capella, they're able to blitz like on screens, and it's really cool. It's like really cool to watch because a Kongwu can play some good ass perimeter defense, and
he can move with anybody really.
He can. I mean, down low, he was kind of getting abused by AD, no cap. But I mean,
that's only like a size type thing, you know.
Yeah, who's not getting abused by AD?
Hit the weight room a little bit.
Yeah, there's very few people that can handle AD in the low block. Like Capella was getting abused too. Capella wasn't doing it. AD went off too. Like
AD, he was in his bag. He wasn't playing scared.
Okay, now, one thing I'm pissed off about is that there was absolutely as I'm talking about the Hawks playing absolutely great defense in this stretch, there was not a lick of defense played in this game today. Literally, I want to know. I should have pulled it up what the percentages were in terms of like field goal percentage between both teams, but both teams were shooting like it was like above 60% at like halftime. It was nuts. Because they just kept leaving the paint open. Like both teams were scoring at the rim way too easily. Like AD wasn't playing any rim defense. Capella was non-existent at the rim. No one was playing a single bit of defense. It was crazy. And so
the Lakers team shot 54% and the Hawks shot 58%,
which is like That's such a, and it was such a high scoring game. And I'm just like, and if you watch the game, it was like there is literally no defense being played. It's nuts. And especially at the rim, which is very odd because you'd think that's where it was happening the most, because you got Capella, who's supposed to be, I mean, he's been underwhelming this season, supposed to be a rim defender. AD definitely supposed to be a rim defender, but nah.
The Lakers had 50 points in the paint. And the Hawks had 62 points in the paint. So they really must have been leaving that bitch wide open.
Wide open, especially in the first half. I promise you a majority of them came from the first half. It was freaking stupid. But anyway, back to the Hawks in this last stretch. So in this last 7 games, their defensive field goal percentage has been 3rd in the league, right, at 43.7%. Guess who's second, Yawny?
Please don't.
The Boston Celtics. Okay. So yeah, in the last 7 games,
you can do all these. You can have all these amazing, things and accomplishments on paper, but when it translates to the game, it's just not it, huh? It just doesn't work out.
Our defense translates. Our offense sucks. So besides the point, hey, let's keep talking about.
I feel bad for
amazing
you.
The damn.
I feel bad for you. You're a Celtics fan. I really feel bad.
Oh my god. So look, in the last 6 games, I'm sorry, in the last 7 games, the Hawks are also playing really good defense at the rim. So overall, right, they're 3rd in defensive field goal percentage, but then also they are 7th. They are 7th in defensive field goal percentage at the rim. So their defense at the rim has been a lot better, which is what we want, which is what we saw from them last season. It's how they were able to get away with having Trae Young, right, just be in the games for as long as he is, because Trae Young has one of the highest usage rates in the entire league, and
he played 36 this game. So
yep. And I mean, and the only way you're allowed to keep someone, I mean, the only way you're able to have a good defense with someone like him in the game the whole time is to have some really good rim protection, because he is not playing a lick of perimeter defense. So yeah. And their defensive rating in the last 7 games says they are 4th. So they've just been playing. The main thing, their offensive rating has always been at the top of the league throughout this season. They're number 1 in offensive rating right now, I'm pretty sure. If not, they're probably 2nd or 3rd. And
for sure top 3 though.
Huh?
I said for sure top 3.
For sure top 3. Yeah. They've been at the top of the league in offensive rating the whole season. The main thing was their defense being bottom tier, but they've been able to pick it back up, and that's the reason why they're winning in this stretch. And it's really cool to see. It's cool to see DeAndre Hunter back. They traded away Cam Reddish, which I don't think affects them that much, because DeAndre Hunter is pretty much the exact same archetype, except a better. I feel like you're biased towards Cam Reddish, but
no. I think DeAndre Hunter's a better defender than Cam Reddish. But
I think they're in a similar. I think okay, true. But what I mean by that is, they're both like supposed to be 2-way, very lengthy wings that you can switch on to 1 through 4, right? Like
I was like
they're expected archetype. I'd take DeAndre Hunter over Cam Reddish over any day. I think DeAndre Hunter is a better player. Oh yeah, 100%. Okay. Cam Reddish is like $1 million moves, $1 finish. That man, he'll sauce somebody up.
Yeah. His rookie season, we saw a lot of that.
Yeah, so it's tough, but no shade to Cam Reddish. You're on the Knicks. The Knicks kind of suck, but hey, I hope
at least it's with his boy RJ. Shit.
True. Yeah,
I think DeAndre trying to go over there.
yeah, but DeAndre Hunter slides in very perfectly for what the Hawks need to do, and yeah, the Hawks are doing good right now. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm not even a Niners fan. Fuck them. But
wait, why am I saying no way? I knew they were.
I choose the Niners to win it over the Rams.
What?
I choose the Niners over the Rams.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, the Niners shoot the bucket. That's all I have to say.
Joe. No, actually,
for Super Bowl MVP.
That's all that matters.
Taking that shit. That's all that matters.
Ding, 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 ding.